So we are to find the value of a when you have your 2 raised to the power of a plus 2 raised to the power minus a equal to 4. Find the value of a. Before we can be able to get the value of a, first of all, we use this 2 raised to the power of a to multiply both sides. 2 raised to the power of a to multiply this, and the other side. So what should we do? We bring out 2 raised to the power of a. We're going to use this 2 raised to the power of a to multiply this and this, which will become 2 raised to the power a. You open the brackets, you put your 2 raised to the power of a plus your 2 raised to the power of minus a. You close the brackets, equal to 4 times 2 raised to the power of a. Now that doing that, what happened? We open the bracket by saying 2 raised to the power of a times 2 raised to the power of a, then plus 2 raised to the power of a times 2 raised to the power of minus a, in which we have here equal to 4 times 2 raised to the power of a. Then after that, what should we do? We're going to apply the law of logarithm, which says when you have a raised to the power of n times a raised to the power of n, which will give us a raised to the power of n plus n. The law will apply it to this part that is here, which becomes your 2 raised to the power of a times 2 raised to the power of a. This will bring this down. Then we work on this using the law of this logarithm here. It becomes 2 raised to the power of a plus minus a which is equal to, you have your 4 times 2 raised to the power of a. So what should we do next? So we'll bring down this value, 2 raised to the power of a times, you have your 2 raised to the power of a plus, if you watch here now, you have your 2, bring that 2 down. When you have your plus times your minus, plus times minus will give us minus, then a minus a is 0. So you have raised to the power of 0 equal to 4 times 2 raised to the power of a. So after doing that, what should we do next? Then we'll bring down this 2 raised to the power of a times your 2 raised to the power of a plus 2 raised to the power of 0. According to the law of indices, whenever a number is raised to the power of 0, it gives 1. So this gives us 1. 2 raised to the power of 0, which gives us 1. Then you have your equal to 4 times 2 raised to the power of a. Now the same thing that was done here will also happen to this part when you have you add the both powers together because you're multiplying. So it will be 2 raised to the power a plus a will give us your 2a. So you did that 2a. Now you bring down your plus 1 equal to 4 raised to the power of 2. 4 times 2 raised to the power of a. So we'll bring this inside. So when we bring it inside, it becomes 2 raised to the power of 2a minus 4 times 2 raised to the power of a plus 1 equal to 0. Now we've brought it inside. Now what should we do next? Well, we're going to say if you watch now, we see that all has 2 raised to the power of a, 2a. If you watch, this has 2 raised to the power of 2a, and this has 2 raised to the power of a. So we want to make the power to be equal. To make the power to be equal, we're going to obey the law of indices, which says when you have your a raised to the power of x and the y outside, which is the same thing as a raised to the power of x times y. This is also the same thing as when you have your 2a raised to the power of 2, which gives us the same thing as 2 raised to the power of 2a. We're going to switch the powers. Now in switching the powers, it's going to become 2 raised to the power of a. Now the 2 outside, power of 2 outside, minus 4 times 2 raised to the power of a. We've switched this power to this part, and we brought down this plus 1 equal to 0. And if you watch now, they are equal. We have 2 raised to the power of a and 2 raised to the power of a. They have same powers now. So having done that, we'll say let 2 raised to the power of a equal to x. let 2 raised to the power of a be equal to x. We're going to replace it. So now we see our 2 raised to the power of a, we'll replace it using the x. Now this becomes x squared minus 4x plus 1, which gives us equal to 0. This brought us to quadratic equation. Quadratic equation which simply states that we're going to write out all the values. We say let our a is 1, our b, which is equal to minus 4, and our c is 1. Now, since having done this, let's look at the determinant first. We're going to lose the determinant. The determinant is equal to b squared minus 4ac. Let's work on it first. In working on it, you say that our b squared is minus. So it gives us minus 4 squared minus 4 squared minus 4 times our a is 1, times our c, which is 1. You see it now? So our c, which is 1, will multiply. Minus 4 squared, which gives us 16. 4 times 1 times that, which gives us 4. 16 minus 4, which gives us the 12. 16 minus 4 gives us 12. So what should we do now? Since we've solved for the determinant, so let's use, we'll be looking for the second value of it, and which give us your x1. You have a x1 comma x2, which is equal to minus b plus minus, you have the determinant which we looked for over your 2a. Over the 2a, here you have your, we're going to replace it. Then the b, you have your minus. The b already is a minus 4. Minus 4. You have your minus, which is the one outside. Then the b is minus 4. Plus your minus. Already we have our d, which we solved as determinant to give us a 12. All over 2 times, what is our a? Our a is 1. Our a is 1. So when solving that now, it becomes minus is 4. We have our 4 plus minus root 12 over 2 times 1 is 2. See it now. So having done this, we'll work on this here. So here it becomes a 4. You have a 4 plus minus this. We split it into 2 factors, which becomes a 4 times 3, which gives us raised to the power equal to 2, all over 2 rather. Then you have your 4 plus minus. Here we're going to split this. We're going to split the factors here by saying our root 4 times root 3 all over 2. See it now. So it becomes 4 plus minus, what the factor of the square root of 4 is 2. 2 roots 3 all over the 2. So after doing this, what should be the next thing to do? Now this can be splitted using this. We said 4 over 2 plus minus 2 root 3 over 2. Now when this cancels, this becomes 2 plus minus this goes into this, becomes root 3. So we've gotten 2 root 3. Now having gotten the 2 root 3, now we're going to say let the first part, having got to the 2 root 3, we're going to call the first part. We said the first one we solved, we say our x1, we'll call it. So our x1 is equal to, in this 2 root 3 we got now, this 2 root 3 you've seen that we've gotten here, this 2 root 3 will be separated because we have a positive 2 plus root 3 and 2 minus root 3, in which I want us to work here. So we'll call the first one, which is 2 plus root 3, which we'll call the x1. Now we'll call the x2, which is give us a 2 minus root 3. See it now. Now remember there was something we did. We did something to say let 2a, 2 raised to the power of a is equal to x, which we do here. Say let 2 raised to the power of a equal to x. This we did here. I'm going to use it to get our answer. Now here, it's going to be, we'll write down the same question to look for the A we are searching for. So you say, but 2 raised to the power A is equal to X, reminding us what we did back there. Now, first of all, let's solve for the first one. Let's use the first X. So it's our X1 is equal to, because these are X1 equal to, you have your 2 plus root 3. Now, we're going to call it 2A. 2A is equal to your 2 plus root 3, because this 2A. That is what the 2A will bring it down here. And these are X, because we're going to solve for the first X1. So these are X becomes your 2 plus root 3. We're going to look for the first A. Now, there's this law, we're going to put it in the form of log, the part of log. We're going to look for the value or the log of both sides, which give us a log 2 raised to the power of A, which will give us log 2 plus root 3. Find the log of both sides. In looking for the log of both sides, according to the law of log reading, when you have a power, the power comes back. The power comes back. We say that when you have, for example, when you have log B to the power of A, this one comes to the back, which becomes A log B. Let me see it now. That's what we apply here. Let's apply this here now. Now the A comes here, becomes log 2. Let me see it now. Log 2 then equal to log 2 plus root 3. And when we take it up there, now we're going to divide both sides by log 2. We divide both sides by log 2, it becomes A is equal to log 2 plus root 3 all over log 2. And whenever we are dividing the both log by this side, you have this now. It's going to become that A is equal to log equal to 2 plus root 3 in log 2. Whatever you're using to divide, whatever two logs are dividing each other, you're going to take this to become the base. You take the log 2 to become the base. So it becomes log 2 root 3. This log 2 will become the base of it according to the law of log reading to the power of base. Now this, we call this as our A1. We've gotten the A1, which is the first one we are looking for. We'll call it A1. We use the X1. We use the X1 here to look for our A1. Now this is for the A1. Now let's go for the next one, which is the A2. Now we'll bring down the second one, which says 2A. We'll say your 2 raised to the power of A equal to 2 minus log 3. We look for the log reading of both sides. We become log 2 raised to the power of A, which is equal to log, you have 2 minus root 3. See down. So the same thing will happen. We'll look for the A comes to the back, in which the same thing we did. So A log 2 is equal to log 2 minus root 3. So we're going to divide both sides by log 2. So it becomes A is equal to, we have log, you have your 2 minus 3 over log 2. See it now? So it's going to become our A2, which is equal to log 2 minus 3 minus 2 minus root 3 log 2 minus root 3 in base 2. In base 2. So this gives us our A2. Gives us the A2. This gives us our A2. Now we need to check, since we've gotten our A1, which gives us our A1 gives us log 2 plus root 3 in base 2. Our A2 gives us log 2 minus 3 in base 2. Now we want to use this to check for our answers to know if our answers we've gotten is correct. Now let's check. In order to check, we will write down the challenge, the question, which the question we had was 2A plus 2 raised to the power minus A equal to 4. That was the question. Now let's check. for our answers. Now you have your 2. The A, you want to use the first one, which is the A. The A has its log 2 plus root 3 in base 2. You have your plus. You see this 2 raised to the power minus A. This 2 raised to the power minus A is the same thing as 1 over 2 raised to the power of A. That's the same thing. 2 raised to the power of the same. It's the same thing as 1 over 2 raised to the power of A. That's the same thing as this. So here now, since we've done it now, it becomes 1 over 2. That's the meaning of this minus 2 raised to the power minus, it's 1 over. Then the A on top now, becomes the same thing as log to the base 2 plus root 3. You see it now? Now, what should be the next thing? According to the law of logarithm, the base, the power on the base, you have the base. When you have a log, which says you have the b log b to the power of a, what happens? You see that this will cancel this, but they have the same, they have the both alike. They have the b and this cancel each other, which will give us a. Of logarithm. Now, according to what we just did now, that means this will cancel this and this will cancel this. When this log base 2 cancels this whole number, what will be left is 2 plus root 3. See it now? Plus you have your 1 over, when the 2 cancels to the power of log to the base 2, what will be left is 2 plus root 3, which is remaining. So what we need to do, we need to look for the LCM of it. The LCM of this here is 2 plus root 3. Now 2 plus root 3 into 1 is the same thing as this times this will give us the power of 2 root 3 square. Plus when this is, you have your 1. To expand this, it becomes your 4 plus 2 times 2 root 3 plus you have your root 3 raised to the power of 2 plus a 1 all over your 2 plus root 3, which you have here. So here you want to have your 4 plus 2 times 2 is 4 root 3 plus this cancel this, it becomes 3 plus 1 all over 2 plus root 3. See it now? And you have your 4 plus 3, 7 plus this, 8. You have your 8 plus 4 root 3 over your 2 plus root 3. And we need to cancel out. Before we can be able to cancel out, you need to factorize this. To factorize this, you have 4 common factor. Have your 4 into this is 2 plus root 3 over 2 plus root 3. So now that this cancels this, giving us our answer as 4. And you see 4 is equal to the question we had. Remember the question? We had question which is 2 raised to the power of a plus 2 raised to the power of minus a equal to 4. So we checked so that the 4 gave us equal to the same 4 we solved here. So our work is correct. Do subscribe and follow us on the next challenges we'll be solving. Thank you.